Hello, everybody. Today we will be coloring from ROTUGE, ladies, or lady as it's called. This is the cover of the book so you guys can see it. That wasn't supposed to happen. This is the cover of the book. Let's go on a ride. So this is the cover of the book. Now you can purchase this book via AliExpress. 70 East Books has it. I think Coolcraft had some copies of it. I'm not sure if they have any left on Etsy. So if you want it, you can get it there. So hold on, let me get back to that picture. As you can see, I've colored in some of the pictures. Some of them I have not completed. This is the one that we have decided to do today. So I have decided, what do you think is in here, Miss Robin? And I know you have these pencils. Let's see if she can guess what's in this color case. Don't say Christmas because it's not Christmas. I'm so glad you know, sometimes you do have to wait for them to come in, but when they come back in, they're worth it, in my opinion. Robin, which size is better for bigger paintings? If you're gonna get a light pad, A2 or A3? Because I have an A4. Does this give you a better idea what it is? Let's see if you get it now. You have these, but you bought the extra 24. I did not buy the extra 24. So for me, you would recommend an A3. No, they're not light fast. They're not the light fast cut. Yeah, no, they increased the set. What was it, 76? And now how many pencils are in there? But I don't have the rest of the pencils, so. Crimson Alzarian. How many are supposed to be in the set now of Luminance? Because I have the 76. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're having a bad headache day. Those are the worst, though. Let me just see if these are pressing too hard. Because these have a tendency, this book's paper tends to be very light. 100, so I still need to buy the 24. I don't have those light fast ones. I think I may have one or two that I got from either sketch boxes or my colored pencil magazine. You know, it was kind of hard because I had this book I was going to either color from this book, which is the one I ultimately chose, or I was going to color again from Serene, or we were going to color from this book. And this is an oldie, and I don't even think they sell it anymore. Or I was going to color from this one. or we were going to color from this one. This is I found it when I was going through my collection. I was like, oh, there's some nice stuff in here that I haven't had a chance to go through. That's an old book. I don't even think they sell it anymore. You know, some of the older books, you have to really look for them. So this is, you know, I'm really glad to see that I can buy the whole binds now open stock. So if I run out of one of the pastel colors, I can hopefully find it easily. You know, I've never used these pencils on this paper. I usually use them in the more better books like the Johanna Basford ones. Did you see Johanna Basford on Facebook today? Oh my God, those tweets that she drew this morning made me hungry. Yeah, Johanna Basford went live on Facebook. I happened to catch it just because I had gotten a notification. And I was kind of surprised by the tweets that she drew. They made me want to have them. Yeah, she was drawing tweets. She showed a page from her new book, Worlds of Wonder. So it's like a whole snack page that she did. The only thing I gotta be careful with these books is that so I don't press too hard. I do this whenever I have to do edge work. I don't like doing the edges too much. I don't want to get them on the other pages. The thing about these Chinese coloring books is they have a lot of nice art in them. So anything new that you're looking forward to getting, or a new you know, you said you got a new diamond painting. What size did you get? How big is the painting? I always like to know how big they are. Yeah, she drew this really nice page. Ooh, 70 by 70. That's a big one. But it's a perfect square, right? Or is that round or squares? I find as I'm doing more of them that I really like the rounds. Me personally, because I have so many squares when I started, now I'm like finding that I like rounds more. But I guess it goes by, you know, whatever the painting is. Oh, it's a square. Squares are tighter, rounds are easier. So, Robin, you read any good books lately? I know you do a lot of reading. I used to read a lot. But I'm really happy because they announced today, or maybe yesterday, but they announced that Bridgerton had been renewed for a second season. I mean, with those numbers, it'd be impossible not to order a second season. I can't get one that big. I'd have no place to put it. Brown ochre. You read like 27 books, Robin. You're like a speed demon when it comes to reading. I'm lucky if I read 10 pages in a week. I'm more like these days reading a lot more historical romance, but I think I'm going to have to start reading other things because I don't want to get too burnt out on historical. See, to me, when I get a painting, it has to be big enough where, like, if I want to frame it, I can frame it, but also I don't want to go too big with the pictures because, the bigger the frame is, the bigger the picture is, the more money the frame is. So. And the mermaid that I'm working on, I just got a frame for it because it's going to go right over where my coloring supply section is and my diamond painting section is. So. This paper is fighting me with these pencils a little bit. Sorry, I got every once in a while I gotta sharpen the pencil. Miss Sammy calls me a pencil criminal because I let my pencils get really, really. What did she call me? I wish I had that brush. We are coloring the shutters. Well, I think we all went through some difficult months this past year. I'm glad we're in a new year, and I'm glad we got a new president, to tell you the truth. I have a lot of pictures in this, Robin, that I didn't realize I had in this book, Whips. I was going through the collection, putting things away, and this one actually, the funny thing about it is it fell out. So I was like, okay, what just fell? Sometimes when you're putting things away, things fall out, and then you're like, oh. Then I started looking at the pictures again, and it was like, oh. No, for me, I'd like to take it back easy. I used to read like 10, 12 books a month, and that was when I was working. But since I've discovered coloring and diamond painting, I don't really read as much as I used to. If you think my coloring book collection is insane, you should see the amount of books I have between digital and print. I have a lot of digital books. You know, my brother asked for a Kindle for Christmas, so I bought it for him, so he really enjoys it. Hi, Miss Michelle. What did you get us happy now? I'm sorry I didn't see your video. Hi, Jean. Hi, Michelle. Oh, you got the Who's pastels. Are they nice? Hello to everybody coming in. We are coloring from ROTUGE ladies, because it's a bunch of ladies in there. It is a Chinese coloring book. That's good. What are you doing with your diamond paintings when you're done with them? Are you hanging them up, or are you putting them in a container? Yes, let's all have a good day. Be positive. Be positive. Thank you, Janine. We are coloring from the book is ROTUGE Ladies. You can purchase it. I know for a fact that AliExpress has this book. We are hello, Gina of the Color in Space. We are using right now the Caran d'Ache Luminance. I have the set of 76, but when I first got these, I had them as a smaller set, and then I liked them, and I started buying the pencils individually. So I have the full 76 set, but I don't have the new 24 colors soon. It's because they came out with 24 new colors, but I was like, I was just wondering what some of you guys were doing with the paintings, because I know some people hang them. Some people like me, they'll hang a few here and there. No, when I bought these from a store called Dick Blick. I bought my first set of Luminance through Dick Blick, and then I bought a small set too, so I wouldn't, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't waste my money on them, My rule is always I buy small sets of pencils and then I see if I like them. Hi, Karen. Hello to everybody coming in the stream. I see we have 9 people. Sorry, I had to take a little bit of my coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Thank you, Miss Robin. I don't have them anymore. Favorite markers that don't streak. Every market streaks, no matter how you think. What was the market that didn't streak? It was called L. It started with an L. I really like those, but those have gone up significantly in price. I would buy them again if the price wasn't high. What would they call it? Les Mouche? Yes, Les Mouche. Les Mouche were my favorites that didn't bleed. And they were big. Les Mouches are very good, actually, and they don't streak as much as, like, let's say, Cali Art. But for price point wise, the Cali Arts are the best budget friendly marker out there for the price point, honest to God. So. You know what I find? If you have streaking markers and you don't like having streaks in your picture, you can always go over with a colored pencil. With Prismas, polys, or whatever you like to use, you can always go over. Yes, thank you. You know, for me, I think the Cali Arts are a great value. 100 markers for $40. I mean, you can't really beat that price. I mean, you could get a small pack of Copics and see if you like them, but not everybody likes them. Not everybody has that kind of money to invest in them. And then I'm thinking I'll make this color, or I'll make it a different color. Well, this paper likes them. Yeah, but there are sets that are just as big as them that are like $60, $50. Oh, T-Mac, we are coloring in Rogue ROTUGE Lady. It is a Chinese coloring book. And we are coloring with Luminance Pencils. This is one of those books. I do too, Gina. Gina, do you have a channel? Because I see your username is called the Coloring Space. If you guys have channels, please put hearts up so I can know that you guys have channels and that, and I can visit them after the stream is over. Follow those channels back. I know, right? And these are the Luminance pencils. These are not my normal pencils. Thank you, Robin. There's a lot of sets of markers, guys, so, you know, depends on what your budget is. So. You know, when I start running low on things, I start making shopping lists. Who does this? Because I realized that I don't have this color in a refill. And last night I was working in my one of my Erie books, and because I didn't have this, I had to switch to a different green. So I made this as a PC 913, and then these are my 3 Copic refills that I need. Who does that when they have out of stuff that they make a list? Mm-hmm. Someone told me that there's another pencil sharpener that is just, I don't need 205 colors. I'm sorry, anything over 100. I think anything over, I'll tell you the truth, anything over 120, said if it's not Copics, maybe a little extreme. I don't think you need more than that. There's another set, Robin, on Amazon that I saw. It's like I'm looking at it right now. There was a set on Amazon. I saw it the other day. Hold on. That was like $60. There's the 128 of spree markers for $31.99 after the coupon is applied. Sprees are that, and those are brush tips. The Cali Arts are $41.99 right now. I saw these, Robin, and they're called the Atons. If you guys don't know, these are the ones that I had for a while. Yes, Copics. Yes, the Copics are alcohol markers. Some of them are my favorite. So, oh, Robin, where do you find all the big sets? You're just so good at finding things. I'm like, I have trouble finding things. Yes, Copics are alcohol markers. I don't remember where I got the mat. Probably bought it off of Amazon. I could buy everything. I got it for a while. You can find a bunch of mats on Amazon. Sometimes you can find, I think 100 is decent. Depends what your budget is too, because, or how many colors you want really to use, or what you're using them for. I think having me, I like big sets. Like I like 168 sets, 150 sets. But some people like having smaller sets because then it's less colors for them to find, and they can do. Some people said they like less because then they are having a minimal amount of colors. Well, it depends on the. These are my opinions. Like, depends on what you want. Like, I have a lot of Copics, but I don't have every Copic color, so sometimes I will use the more budget-friendly markers to complement what I don't have in my Copic set. So it depends on what everybody wants, what everybody needs, and different people have different budgets, so not everybody can afford Copics or Blix or. So now you have like things like Cali Arts, Cali Arts, Sprees, Tau markers, Tau tree markers, Art and Fly. Some people like the Art and Fly markers, believe it or not. And now with the Art and Fly markers, they have refills for those markers. So if you guys have Art and Fly markers that have run out and dried out, do not throw away those markers because now they are selling refills for them. Just to let those people out there who have Art and Fly markers like Nick and Tina. I know Nick and Tina chat. I know they have Art and Fly markers and they like them a lot. So I know now that they've started selling refills for that. Because I was looking at them the other day. They came up in my suggestions. I would have to look at my shopping thing, but I think it's 9.5 by 13. Robin, can you look around for the mat, because Danielle wants to know what the size of my mat is. Wants to know where she can get the mat. See, I would have liked. I don't know how I feel about getting a set like that's bigger than 1/6. You know, the 180 set sounded like an awesome thing, but at the time I didn't have the money to get it. That's why I didn't get the 180 set. Looking back, I wish I had gotten it. You never know. They might bring it back one day. See, and then we can color this. I'm thinking about coloring this blue and her outfit green. No, maybe red. Or maybe blue. I haven't figured out if we're going to color the sky orange. Someone told me I should color this, the girls, the body and the girl last. But, you know, this screamed wood to me, to do wood. I guess my mother decided to go in her little room. Oh, you know what came in today? Girl Scout cookies. Thank you, Miss Robin, for helping Danielle with the mat. My Girl Scout cookies came. This year I decided to order the cookies. Yes, Thin Mints are my favorite. Although I really do like the s'mores, and I really do like the new cookies, the lemon ups. I really like the lemon ups a lot too. Not peanut butter. I don't like the peanut butter ones. And I don't want to show you guys, but 2 days ago, after I had done my stream, I had an issue that happened, and I'm not sure really what happened. I'm not going to show you what happened, but I had a breakout all on my left arm. It was really bad. I don't know what happened. My mother says it was an allergic reaction. They do have actually a gluten-free one. They actually have some gluten-free cookies in their menu. But the other day I got a really bad allergic reaction on my arm. I've never seen this before on my arm in my life. But my mother has seen it before. Miss Robin, link extraordinaire. And I am eyeing this Breeze as my next marker, but I'm going to go through on my Cali Arts for. No, this wasn't hives, because hives are like different. I can't really show you what it was like, but here you can see the remnants of it. All here and here was all red. All of this was red. This here, you can see it a little bit. It's fading, but trust me, this was all red. Like you wouldn't believe how red it was. That's all I'm going to show you. I have never seen that before in my life. But my mother goes, "What did you eat?" So we made a list of what, I ate. No, you know what? My mother, I looked up anything that could be associated with the pandemic and the virus, because someone said to me they had it and they had a really bad rash because of it. And I'm like, okay. So I looked up what the rash looked like, and no, it wasn't that at all. It looks very different. That isn't shingles. Trust me, I've had chicken pox twice, so I know it's not shingles. I know what shingles looks like because my grandfather had it many years ago when he was still alive, so I have an idea of what shingles looks like. I bet his team loved him that night. Did they win with him bowling 300? I remember this guy bowled a 280 once against us, and his team still lost against us because the other guys could not bowl well, did not bowl well. And he got really mad because he lost, but he bowled like a 280 something. And he got mad at me and said that I'm the reason why he lost because he didn't deserve to lose when he bowled a 280. I go, look at what the rest of us bowled. Don't blame me, blame your team. This is a team game. And then, people get mad when they're in a handicap league because sometimes people will win based on their handicap, not on ability. And I tell people if they don't like the system, don't bowl. That's good. But you always have weak players in leagues. And you feel bad for the weak players because they don't get the same opportunities as the strong bowlers, but that's the way life goes. But handicap was made to keep everything fair. But what I did this year, Janine, with the cookies was last year. They sold them at this was right before COVID too. Actually happened. I remember I had bought cookies because they were selling them at cookie booths. They had booths set up in outside certain places. Oh. Well, that's nice, Robin. So last year I bought them at the booths. This year, one of my old friends from when I was in elementary school, her daughter is now a Girl Scout. So they have this thing called a digital cookie sale where you can buy the cookies digitally. He must have been over the moon. The closest I ever came was a 284. And I only bowled that because my rival got me all upset. Because we were bowling, what happened was, I remember I was bowling this high handicap girls team. And Jason went over and he tried to help them. And I got all mad at him because he didn't want me to win. He's my rival and he hates me. We're arch enemies. So he got all mad. And then I got mad at him. Samoas. They're called Samoas. I don't really like Samoas. So what color should we color this? What color should we do this? Because I'm thinking of making the background blue, like light blue. You probably will. What is this color called? Light malachite green. This looks like a blue. Yeah, I'm trying to find the sky blue. I don't think there's a sky blue in this set. Not a light blue, light. I don't think there's a light blue in this set. I might have to go to another set to get that color. Light blue. This isn't as light as I thought it was, but that's okay. Michelle is always here. even if she comes a little bit late. I know, right? It's a pretty blue. We're doing this. We're gonna do this blue, and then we'll figure out what the color of the curtains will be. Usually, I do the girl first. You guys know that I don't bring out my luminance too often. And if you're wondering where I keep the spare luminance, I have spare luminance in here. She's like, oh, of course you do. I have a tendency to keep these are, what are these, thick blue pencils, more luminance pencils. I have some spare ones here. These are luminance, these are spare livers. Oh, look what those are. Does anybody know what these are? Let's see if you can guess what these are. Isn't it? I find uses for all my cases. What are these? Does anybody know what these are? Let's see if you can guess what these are. Inktense. Yes, they are Derwent, but they're Inktense. The thing is that I gotta use these again at some point because there's, I have Derwent's Inktense and I don't have the full set of them, but at some point I have to go and use them again because there are uncompleted pictures in my Lost Ocean book. And I started that book with Inktense, but this was way before I knew how to properly use them. I didn't use them correctly. Like I just thought, they're colorful pencils, and I didn't realize that you had to use water to activate them. So at some point I will be using them, but I will probably use the Inktense in the Linda Ravenscroft books first. Or I might use Light Ocean. The paper in that Lost Ocean book, it's weird because the paper crinkles when you use too much water in that book, and the other thing is it leaks right through the pages when you use Lost Ocean. So the paper isn't really made for water, even though it's meant to be an ocean book. But then again, I didn't know how to properly use it and what the right application of water. I've seen people use watercolors in these books even. And the paper is really, really light in this book. It's incredibly light. So you have to be careful that you don't put too much pressure. I remember I was on a recent channel. I think she's a new channel, but she was saying that she was having a hard time using her prismas in some of the books. Now, if you're going to use prismas in some of the books you have to go lighter handed. Like the Chinese books, you do have to go lighter with them. You can go heavier, but be careful how much pressure you put in these books because you don't want to break the paper. No, that's not normal for them. I think it just might be the packing with them. Here. I think these are the artisans. Yep. What do you know? I have artisans. I have cases for everything. At some point, I'm going to get rid of these because at some point, I'm going to use these all up and then get rid of them. I'm not going to even bother refilling them because I don't like them. I like my Colorex gel pens better. That's the honest to God truth. I like them a lot better. I have a lot of pencil. Depends on what you like to use, I'm not going to say what's the best thing to use for you. I tend to do a lot more, now that I discovered how much Then I got to clear all the notifications. You ever get those notifications they come constantly? My last computer, I didn't have to deal with that. Or yeah, color it is better in my opinion, because the thing I like about the color it gel pens is that they have lots and lots of color. They're very bright. They're very vivid. Plus, they give you refills. In my opinion, I think the color it gel pens are much more worth it, in my opinion. If you want to see some of what you get with the color it gel pens, I don't have the Crayola gel pens. I like the Jelly Roll or a white polychromos for them. As you can tell, I have a big book with all the sets I use. Some things I never even went in there. Here's how nice the color gel pens are. If you want to see this is a swatch sheet that we did on the channel. If you want to get an idea of the color gel pens. And that's the truth too. Here's the color gel pens if you want to get a feel for them. And this is the whole 96 set. And I got them when they were on sale, so you have an idea of what they look like. The other thing too that I like that I'm getting a lot of now, if you need help, and sometimes I do need help, even though I am a bit of an experienced colorist now. I don't think the Arteza White is the best for highlighting. If you give yourself a color palette, they give you all these things, and this is from the Practical Color Combination. It's a really good book. This is Practical Color Combinations. It's so very good for a lot of things. Like sometimes you forget what complements another thing, and then you look at the patterns and you see, oh, this complements that. I didn't realize that complemented that. Well, that's good to know that they'll eventually have refills, because I don't like to throw things out if they can have refills. That wasn't a binder of gel pens. Trust me, those are pencils. And remember, we haven't even talked about water mediums yet. You know what I like? These are water brush pens from Color. These are the only 24, but they came out with refills for these pens. These are the water brush pens. And this is 24 of them. You can buy the refills on Amazon for these. So you can see this one needs to be refilled. So just take these into considerations. These are water brush pens, and these are from Color It. What I like about the Color It is that they give you all I know, I'm waiting for payday to buy a new light pad. I already have my heart set on one. A new light pad, so. Well, because I'm now doing bigger diamond paintings, I need bigger. Now that I'm doing bigger paintings, I also need a bigger light pad. I saw the one that Michelle was using on her stream today. And she convinced me to get one, a bigger one. Oh, I love diamond painting. Are you kidding me? I've really gotten into it, and I blame Miss Robin. I thought I would get my Enablers Outpost pens today, since I'm doing tracking on them, and I know they arrived this morning at the post office in New York City. So I know that definitely is on its way. Plus, when I went downstairs before I went live, the mailman came, but he hasn't organized the stuff. So, if anything, I'll probably show you new stuff tomorrow. Plus, you can buy refills for them, which is very important, like the Copic markers. See, the one thing that I like about the Copic markers, the Blick markers, is that they have refills. You can buy refills for the colors. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, that shouldn't be an issue as to why you buy markers. But when you buy markers that have refillable ink in them, that becomes a big issue later on for people, because then they know, I can get this, I can do, if I pay all this money, it's going to be worth it for me to keep the marker, and I just have to buy the refills. Sorry. See, this is my swordfish. I love this. This is like the best pencil sharpener that I think for the money that I spent. And if not for Sammy, for Color and Chat with Sammy, I would never have found that pencil sharpener. This and the round one are my favorite. This is my M&R bullet one. I have a round one. It does every pencil. I'll tell you right now, Gina, this one, it sharpens every pencil beautifully. Black Widows. Everybody says they have a problem sharpening with the Black Widows. Now, if you've ever used the Black Widows, you know that most of the time you can't get them sharp. This one works well with every brand I've ever had, except for the except for my Stabilo Coppercello Pastels pen. I think I did. Was that your husband with the Friends book out there, and he had that big thing with the Friends couch and things like that, if I remember correctly, and he was doing, what was it called, Central Perk? Then I did see it this morning. Did I like it or not? I'm not sure if I liked it, but I did see it. I think I did press a like this morning on it. It sharpens everything except for the Carbothello pencils. For the Carbothello pencils, if you need to sharpen them, you have to buy one. You have to buy a separate pencil sharpener that's made specifically for pastels. Most of the times that the sets, the pastel sets, not all of them, but most of them will come with a pencil sharpener that's specifically made for pastels. I think the reason why is the pastels are made very differently. She has a similar one. It's not the exact same one because they ran out and it was a different color. I bought her the pencil sharpener. Yep. I did a whole month of Crayola colored pencils and sharpened with that thing. Black Widows, it sharpens. It sharpens my Starjoy Deli Polychromos, my Luminance, as you see, my Pablos. So pretty much every set has worked with this. You know, for me, the pencil that has the hardest time sharpening well is the Prismas. I went with this, and then I have the AFMAT one, I think. This is an AFMAT one. Now, the thing that I don't like about this, I'm going to just take a pencil. I'm thinking red. I'm going to show you. I'm thinking of red. I will show you why I don't like the AFMAT one too much, but it does have its advantages. This is the AFMAT one. Now, I'm going to tell you what I don't like about it. See, I put it in this thing here. See, it doesn't fit the luminance. See? It has a hard time. See, it doesn't fit all pencils. That's the first thing. The second thing I don't like is then it's too it sharpens them too long, in my opinion. That's the thing I don't like about it. See, this, I can put a thick pencil in this. I can put a thin pencil in this, and it sharpens beautifully. See, a lot of times thick pencils do not. Oh, I'm sure he'll love that. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Mandalorian ship. Or Baby Yoda Lego set. I saw somebody online made a whole Lego sculpture of the child. And the container that he was first found. I don't like the AFMAT one. But there's also another one, Gina, that's very good that I hear. It's called the Call Angle 5. It's really supposed to be even better, I heard. Of what, Baby Yoda? If you don't finish this one, would you guys mind terribly if we do a part 2 of this if we don't finish this one today? Because I'm supposed to get more books tomorrow. And I'm still waiting for my Color in Heaven. I actually saw, who here saw the new Color in Heaven? I'm going to tell you something right now. That Color in Heaven magazine has the same images from her coloring book. The Mermaids one that she did many years ago. She then released a new edition with better. And you guys know that I don't use these too often. Well, I have a subscription to the Color in Heaven magazine. Not Creative Haven, but Color in Heaven is an English company, and they make all these books. So once a month, they do these books. So I have the original Russian version of the her Mermaids book, Anastasia Koldaviva, Ellie. And what happens is that Color in Heaven will ask artists, or they recruit artists to come out with a special issue. I remember one month it was the Momo Girls edition, and all of a sudden everybody went crazy over the Color in Heaven Momo Girls. So it was pictures from the first 2 Momo Girls book. We have a lot more to do in this book. And I'm going to tell you what my second choice was. I'll tell you what we almost colored. I'm going to tell you what we almost colored from today. I got the subscription because I like the book enough. I like the books enough. We almost did this one. I have some unfinished ones in this one too. This is the picture that we almost did today. You guys, we almost did this picture today from Serene. This was my second choice. And it's the jelly called the Viva. That was my second choice. You know, what I'm doing this month is things I enjoy. Thank you. Miss Robin. I buy the subscription for me because personally the subscription works out cheaper than buying magazines per month. Because sometimes you'll have 3 months where they have really beautiful issues. And I remember when the Girls with a Poem came out, that everybody went crazy for that because you guys know how expensive the Momo Girls books were. You need the color and having magazines are worth the money. I think personally, not everybody thinks they're worth the money, but I do. See, these pencils. This book likes these pencils. A lot of times, certain pencils do not like this. I think I'm going to move the Castle Arts into my drawer, and then I'm going to move the Luminance back in there. That's what I'm going to do. I'll move the Luminance in here. That's my dress book in W2 form. Can't believe I'm going to have to do taxes soon. So, it's all based on your 2019 stuff. Where's my orange? I've never been told my voice is soothing. My mother thinks my voice is too high pitched. I've never been told that before. This is, what is this number? 030. And this is an orange. I'm not excited to get them done. I'm waiting on a couple of things. I'm waiting on my Google. I'm waiting on my 1099G. I'm waiting for the YouTube thing to come in because last year I got it and I got it after I had done my taxes. So my boss told me not to do it because it was so little. So I'm waiting for my Google, my 1099, and my brokerage account. So those are what I'm waiting for to come in. So it's 3. So I have to wait for all the forms to come in. And once all the forms come in, then I can do my taxes. The joys, right? So put the orange down here. I don't think Mama Fruit Bat is an enabler, okay? Mama Fruit Bat, I swear, she gets the most prettiest paintings. And I'm like, no. I must resist. Too late. Yeah, she is. Everybody says, oh, no, she's not an enabler, but she really is. Anybody who doesn't think Mama Fruit Bat is not an enabler, please. You don't know Mama Fruit Bat like the rest of us. She terribly enables me. So this is what we will finished with today. I hope you all have liked it, and maybe tomorrow I will get my new diamond pens. And by the way, if you guys, who here wants to see the progress I've made on this video, I have 2 things to show you for my progress. I'm going to show you my 2 diamond paintings that I'm working on. So that way you get the idea of the progress that I've made on this one. I have made this much progress on the mermaid. I will be framing her. And I'm done. This is how much process I've done. That's the progress I've made there. And then the flying Pegasus. This is how hard it is to do. This is what happens when you have a big one. This is a medium-sized one. This isn't even a big one. This is the Pegasus. For my diamond painting. Yeah, this is what I've done with the Pegasus, if anybody's curious. So some of you may have seen some of the videos. I don't call myself an enabler. I call myself a sharer. So that's what I've done so far in the... Oh, don't look at my shoes. So my little tiny little Rudolph shoes. Sorry, Rudolph slippers. I sometimes like... I roll them up when I try to roll them up as much as I can roll them up. Depending on when I roll them up. But there's a certain way to roll them up. I don't really consider myself the enabler that she is. But I share things. But you know who's a bigger, who's becoming an enabler? Is if how many of you guys have heard of a channel called Coloring Diva? Yes. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. If you don't see me tomorrow, it will probably be because my mother will probably want the computer. So I hope you all have enjoyed this. We will probably finish this next time because I like to do these in 2 parts because, you know, we did actually a lot of work. This was actually a lot of work to do. And doing the sky was kind of work. No, I don't enable as much as some people do. I haven't enabled as much. I have. So I hope you all have had a good stream. This is on Cool Craft Book, and I believe it's also on 70s Books. You can also purchase this on AliExpress if you don't feel comfortable paying the prices on Etsy. Only thing that if you buy on AliExpress, I've never had a good, I will say this, I've never had a good experience on AliExpress when it comes to my books because whenever I buy from AliExpress, the books always come ripped or they come damaged or the binding is coming out of them. So that's up to you if you guys want to be buying from AliExpress, but just be warned, buyer beware. So I hope you all have enjoyed this and everybody take care. I've enjoyed you all. Bye, everybody.